What is going on, everybody? It is Irish Shadow, and welcome to the post commentary for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, Session 2 of the Mega Man Crossover Festival. So this was recorded on Friday night, Saturday morning. Both times. So, our first match doesn't start off very well because we are going to get Wily's Fortress, Wily's Castle. Why wouldn't we? Now, because it is one of the events that I do not really like. It's this it's the ring grab right now. It turns into the shootout event, which doesn't seem to work correctly. It seems like a lot of the times when you hit enemies with weapons, it doesn't really register. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't start off very well because my personal placement in this match is 9th place. And the team placement is 3rd. This was for a 3 times point checkup, but it didn't really turn out very good for me. So I do have to state that this was recorded Friday evening after I got home from work, so it was about 10:30ish, and I was exhausted, so I thought I would just try to get as many points as I could during the festival, because I didn't really know what was going to go on for the next day, so I wanted to get a jump start on doing a second session for points, just because this is going to run through Sunday. I didn't know what was going to happen on Saturday. I didn't know what was going to happen on Sunday, so I didn't know how much availability I had. So regardless of how tired I was, I wanted to get at least a few races in. This didn't turn out as well because I was so tired I couldn't actually play this a lot. So 3 or 4 races in, I think I kind of gave up, and then essentially just fell asleep. Woke up at close to 4 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep. So I decided to just make a coffee, and I was well, I'm not going back to sleep, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do more races. And I ended up totally beasting a lot. It didn't take me very long. It took me less than half an hour to completely finish everything else that was going on in the festival. So I basically got the 1,000 points that I wanted. I did fairly well when I switched characters and I switched cars, which I don't know, maybe it kind of feels like I found a character car combo that works a little bit better than Shadow in the Neo Lightron. So maybe it was just blind luck. Maybe it was the fact that it was 4 a.m. and most of the top tier talent in this game has either gone to bed or I don't know. But yeah, so my personal placement, 9th place. Our team placement, 3rd place. Not entirely a very good start, and I was already feeling it. When your first match is like really bad, Like you can kind of feel it. It's like you gotta put more energy into it. If you have no more energy to give, it's like just walk away. Just walk away. And that's what I ended up having to do for the first half of this. Then I looked at the recording and it was like, okay, so it's like, half an hour. It's like that's not really what I wanted to do, because I'd rather have like 2 parts of like close to an hour, as opposed to like 4 parts that are like half an hour each, right? Anyway, so we're gonna go to Urban Canyon for this one as part of Team Mega Man, of course. I'm just pretty much choosing anything to get away from Wily Castle. Like I can't physically handle Wily Castle right now. But I guess that's the reason why during the festivals, especially like certain character themed festivals, they'll add like the new track every time. So it's like it's your training, but at the same time it's your downfall, because you're not really like situated to that track yet. So yeah, we do get Urban Canyon. My personal best for this race, my personal placement is 9th. Terrible. But I did manage to help my team get to first place on this one. It's not too bad.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. So just under the 600 point mark. But now we are going to head to Coral Town. One of the maps that at the beginning was kind of like, this map kind of sucks, and I kind of hate this map, I'm not really good at this map. Now it is, depending on which route I feel like taking in Coral Town, this is one of my better maps now. Unfortunately, we gotta play as Team Airman. I still don't know why Airman is the third choice. Like, it should be Mega Man, Proto Man, and Roll. But, I don't know. But yeah, Coral Town, my personal placement was 4th, but we didn't actually do very well as a team, so we got 3rd. It's not a whole lot I can really say or do about that situation. But this is kind of the point where it's like, okay, your first race is not very good, your second race is not very good, your third race is not very good, so like maybe we just like call it quits for a little bit. And I think that's exactly what I did.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, we are 600 points into the festival. Getting all these decals. There's no high resolution decal for Proto Man though, which I kind of find weird. But here's where everything goes to shit, because we're going to Pumpkin Mansion. We're going to Pumpkin Mansion as Team Mega Man. My personal placement was 5th. Surprising for Pumpkin Mansion because I can never do good on Pumpkin Mansion. The team placement was 2nd place. All around pretty good, but I just really hate Pumpkin Mansion. I was actually thinking about choosing Wily Castle just because I didn't want to go anywhere near Pumpkin Mansion. But you know, the clouds opened up. Big middle finger popped out of the sky, pointed right at me, and said, "No, you're going to Pumpkin Mansion." So that's just the way it runs. Sometimes it just, you know. Anyway, chaotic race. You know the deal with Pumpkin Mansion. You fall off the bridge. I think I fell off the bridge a couple times. Pumpkin maze. It's just like, is it going to be a left turn? Is it going to be a right turn? For some characters, it's a left turn. For some characters, it's a right turn. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason for Pumpkin Mansion. It's too much grass. There's things crossing the track, and it's just... No. Plus, you gotta land attacks now, and this doesn't always work. Especially when you're like in a cluster of people and you're just firing things and there's like 7 or like 4 or 5 vehicles in front of you, like right here. You could just like fire stuff in front of you and nothing connects. It's just like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, do all these people have, like, especially behind you? No, that glove didn't hit anybody. The bomb didn't hit anybody. That fucking glove hit me. It hit me just fine. But, you know, no hits from that glove or the bomb. That glove actually hit him, but I think he was in the middle of a boost, so he was temporarily immortal. And I just hate this goddamn stage. Pumpkin Mansion is just terrible to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that it's a mix between Pumpkin Hill, one of my least favorite stages from Sonic Adventure 2, and, you know, Mystic Mansion, which is my least favorite stage from Sonic Heroes. I don't know. But we're gonna go to Chow Park. Chow Park, this is pretty good. And I think it's because of this shootout event that kind of drained more energy out of me that I already didn't have. But my personal placement was 6th place. Our team placement was 2nd place. And I'm starting to feel that, like, draining sensation of, like, yeah, this is just going to take forever. And I think by the end of this, like, first part of this video, I get to like 700 points, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't play this anymore. And then came back like a few hours later after a few hours of sleep, and one extremely early morning coffee, which I'm not used to doing, but then things turned out better. Plus a change of character and car really seemed to help. But yeah, Chow Park, personal placement was 6th place. Team placement was 2nd. I can always seem to get hit by vehicles, but every time I try to hit a vehicle, it's as if it doesn't register, or they're in the middle of a boost, which means that they're immortal, but not immortal, but invulnerable temporarily. But yeah, not a good race, not a bad race compared to some of the times when I've gotten like 9th or 10th place, and then we came 3rd. It is pretty bad though.
Unacceptable.
So yeah, 673 points. Not even enough to get the 2nd Mega Man Decal. But we're gonna go to Water Palace, and we're totally gonna stink up this fucking match. This match was terrible.
Hello, everyone.
because my personal placement was 10th, and our team placement was 3rd. It was at this point I was just like, yeah, I can't do this. I can't do this. So, way too tired. Decided, the hell with it. We're done for the night. And little did I know we were not done for the night, which was fine, I guess. We do get the Water Palace. Pretty much a map that I have grown very fond of. I actually think the Water Palace is, if I'm not mistaken, is a level from Sonic Rush, which is probably one of the only Sonic games in existence that I have not played. Like, I have played, well, I've emulated, like, Knuckles Chaotix and a whole bunch of the other ones. Pretty much if it showed up on a mainstream console or the Game Gear, then, like, yes, I've played it, but Sonic Rush was one of those Nintendo DS games that I didn't own, considering I did own at one point a Nintendo DS. I did own a 3DS. Never actually got into, like, a lot of the... I played the, what was that weird Sonic game? Sonic Chronicles? Or like Sonic Dark Chronicles or something? I don't know, it was like a turn-based strategy, like RPG style Sonic game with weird, like, touchpad controls. I don't remember what it was. I just remembered it was pretty shit. But, like, I never played, like, the Sonic Boom for the 3DS. I didn't play, like, most of them. But I did play Knuckles Chaotix. I remember that, which is one of the reasons why this tethering in these, like, team matches kind of, like, irks me the wrong way. But yeah, this was the match where I was like, okay, well, I'm doing pretty good because I've been in first for quite a while, quite a while, and then just out of nowhere, it's like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th at the end, like 10th place. There's no rhyme or reason. It's a racing game. It's an online racing game, so like if you're not good, it's like the only thing you can do is get better, but then so are the other people you're playing with, so you can't really put a lot of stock into it. Which is why I pretty much gave up on joining the Legends, like, competitions, because not only would it be, like, completely dog shit in terms of, like, everything, it's the most try-hard shit. You can't just be a legend and enter the Legends competition. You have to be a Legend 9 to enter the Legends competition. So you basically have to get to the Legend status 9 times in order to enter those fucking tournaments. And I just don't have the time or patience for that. Kind of like at the end of this race, I didn't have the time or patience to play anymore, so I shut it off, went to bed. And then we'll come back at about 4 a.m. ironically, to play some more. So 703 points. It's my second Mega Man decal. There's a lot of love for Mega Man and not so much for Proto Man, which I don't understand. But yeah, that was the end of that. We come back at 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. We switched up our car. We are playing as Mega Man. And a car called the Rush Scorpion, which sounds way more badass than it has any right to be. But we're going to kick off Radical Highway with my personal placement being 7th place. Not very good. But considering it is a ring grab, ring grabs are the best events that you can do, because it doesn't necessarily matter like how low your personal placement is, it's how many rings you actually get. And I was actually able to severely help my team get secure first place and grab the 3 times multiplier. So yeah, can't remember how many rings I managed to get, but it was quite a bit for one of these. I think the last section of this video all took place in the during the ring grab event. So it kind of worked out pretty well. You get rings for hitting people with items, which is really good when it actually does occur. So yeah, 20 rings. People get hit, they drop rings, so you can grab those. Kind of botched the bridge there, but it wasn't too much to be concerned about. And then, yeah, I think I get like close to like 500 rings during this. I'm not entirely sure. Now we're gonna go into Halaska. I particularly do like the ring grab because I feel like it is what the main game should be. Like, I don't think it should just be like get to first place. It should be like having the most rings in team battles. Ring grab seems to be like the best one. Tap boost doesn't really do very much, like, unless like you and your 3 partners are occupying places 1 through 4 and you're just constantly bouncing around each other. But then it kind of becomes like a crapshoot. It's like, are you guys all together, or are you two, like, is there like 2 of you holding the run while the other 2 are in like 6th place and 11th? Then it's not really going to do a whole lot for you, right? So it's ring grab is probably the best event, because even if you are drastically behind, it just means that there's less people in front of you to grab rings, and you are essentially helping out the people who are higher up in the race than you. So even if you are not doing your personal best, you are actually contributing more to your teammates than you originally think. So yeah, at this point I'm like 530, 60, 80, 89 rings. So yeah, like 600 rings in total I got for my team. So it's no wonder that we came like first, even though I didn't get like a high rank. It's those like rings that I grabbed were exceptional, an exceptional amount. Yeah, I actually grabbed more rings than anyone on my team, despite coming in like second lowest place. So we get that the ×3 point multiplier, which really helps me out because I didn't really want to play this for all that time. That puts me up to 811. Not really that bad. So we get our last big ticket win. Then we just have one decal and a title card to get. So, what do we do? Well, it's a Mega Man Festival, so you know damn well you're not going to go through the Mega Man Festival without going to Wily Castle, right? We're going to go to Wily Castle. But it is still the ring grab. So it turns out my personal best was 3rd place. And our team placement was 1st place again. So that's 2 times that we get 1st place. But to make things sweeter, this match is also going to be a ×3 multiplier. Yes! So not only did I get a personal best on a track that I'm not really good at, a personal best of 3rd, we get 1st place for the 2nd time in a row, and we get a 3 times multiplier twice in a row. And at this point I thought this was going to be like the final match, but there is a little bit of a snag in my plan, and it'll become abundantly clear at the end. Okay, so it's not actually at the end of this match, it is the end of the next match. But yeah, that's a pretty cool decal. It has all the like Mega Man. I think all of this is based on the original Mega Man, like Mega Man 1. Not sure. But we're gonna go to East Stadium, and my personal placement is going to be 9th. But our team is gonna hit first place again. We're gonna get first place again. And my God.
Farewell. Good.
At the end of this race, we get enough points to be 5 points short of the 1,000 points needed to get all of the rewards, which leads me to have to do one more race after this. It's really aggravating, but at the same time, it's just like, okay, it's one more race. Doesn't matter where you place, you can easily get 5 points for very little effort.
Dinosaur jungle.
So yeah, 995 points, and we are 5 points short, which means I have to do one more stupid friggin' race. And at this point I was just like, God, let's just get it over with. So, the final race of the Mega Man tournament. You know we're going to Wily's Castle, right? Like, if you thought any different, no, we're going to end the Mega Man tournament, or the Mega Man Festival, as Mega Man, riding in a weird mishmash version of Rush on Wily's Castle. We're going to get 4th place, and our team is going to get 2nd place. And that is going to be the end of the Mega Man Festival. These festivals are kind of a drain. Like, I wish they didn't so much happen during the weekend, because like I pretty much work all the time during the week, and then the weekend it's kind of like my time with like family, friends, whatever. But when these tournaments are going on, it's like, God, I feel like I need to play, but I don't really want to play, so I try to play it, like, get through it as fast as possible, like before any actual events happen on the weekend. But yeah, overall I think Mega Man is not a bad character to actually have in the game. I just wonder, it's like, who are the other 2 characters that are preventing that, like, Cross Worlds Cup from fully unlocking? And how long are we gonna have to wait in order to find out who those characters are? And then how long is it gonna take to actually get those characters? And then where do we go from there? I don't know. Considering it's like we're in the countdown to, well, 2026 is the 35th year anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, so don't really know what Sega's gonna do, because, like, they've said a lot of things, they haven't really announced a lot of things. They've shown a lot of promotional material for the anniversary, but haven't really confirmed or set in stone anything. So yeah. Anyway, that is the end of the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds Mega Man Crossover Festival. It was alright. I didn't mind this festival. I'm not the biggest fan of Mega Man. Like, I can kind of respect the idea of Mega Man and why he does have a lot of fans, and why his games go for ridiculously high prices online. But it's not bad. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and let you enjoy the rest of the video in peace. I'm Shadow, and I will see all of you guys later.